Hi, Lee from moneysinthelist.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the essential plugins that you need to install to your WordPress site. Now, if you've got any comments on this, hit me up in the YouTube comments section. Likewise, if you've got any suggestions for videos you would like me to create to help you with something, please jump across to moneysinthelist.com and click on the suggestion box on the right hand side and tell me what you would like me to create a video on. So as I say, this video is all about the plugins and the essential plugins that you should install straight after installing WordPress. Now, this is the third video in a series of WordPress tutorials that I've created. The first one was about installing WordPress onto your hosting. The second one was some of the basic first steps in setting up your WordPress site, and this one, as we say, is utilizing some of the amazing free plugins that are available, showing you how to install them and how to set them up. We're not going to be going into a great deal of depth on how to use each plugin. If you want to see that, maybe jump across to moneysinthelist.com and make a suggestion. But I will be showing you how to set all of these essential plugins and talking a little bit about them. I'm not going to be talking about themes in this one either. It's just the plugins. Okay, so we're back on our site. We're on the WordPress dashboard. Now, to install plugins, we go across to the menu on the left hand side and we can click on that and it brings up the plugins page. Now, in the previous video, we deleted the two plugins that were already there. And now we have the opportunity to add a new plugin. Now, a plugin is basically an additional piece of software created by a third party, not by WordPress, by a third party that does something that interacts with your site. Maybe that's visually or it's behind the scenes. And as we talk about the essential ones and the ones that I'm recommending, you'll see the kind of things that plugins can do. So we're going to click on Add New, and this is going to bring up the page where we can add new. And this is almost like a marketplace where we can search for different plugins. We can click through popular here, and this will be a lot of popular plugins that we can take advantage of here. Recommended, favorites, etc. Now, we're going to search the ones that I'm going to recommend. So the first one I'm going to recommend is called iThemes Security. Let's wait for this to appear. So this is the one that you want to install. iThemes Security, formerly Better WP Security. Now we can click on that and that will bring up a pop-up box with some information here that we can read if we want to. We can see the reviews, we can see the screenshots, okay? Or we can click install now, or we can cross it off by clicking the X and we can just install it likewise. So I'm just going to click install and it's going to go through the process of installing iThemes for us today. It just takes a few seconds. Then once it's installed, you need to click on the activate button to activate it onto your site. So once that's activated, see, we've got another menu here. Some of them do not create separate menus. Some of them are within the settings or tools. Okay, so depending on what plugin it is, you need to look around for it. But this one has created one called security. So we're going to click on that. And it is going to come up with a security check. It's the first time that we've used this plugin on this site. And it's basically saying that it's got some features and settings that are recommended for every site. And by clicking the button below, they're all going to be enabled and configured for us. So we're going to click Secure Site. It's going to ask us to join a program whereby if our site is hacked by a specific attacker, the details of that attacker will be sent to a general database. So when everyone uses this plugin, they will be automatically protected from that person. Okay, which is a really cool thing. So we'll just click on activate brute force protection, and then what it says all of these have been ticked. Brilliant. And we just click close. And as you can see, these are all set up for us. You don't really need to go into much details here. The initial setup has done pretty much everything that we want to do without getting too complex. Okay, so that's the first plugin. Okay, the second plugin on a similar sort of theme is called UpdraftPlus. Okay, so let's just find that one, type it in there. UpdraftPlus WordPress backup plugin. Okay, so this is the one that we want to install. So we'll just click install, and this is going to give us the ability to make backups to our site, because we want to be creating backups to our site on a regular basis, just in case one of these attackers does get past the security, just in case we accidentally delete something, just in case anything happens, we can revert to a previous date where we had all of our stuff, because there's no point making a website, loads of images, loads of content, spending hours and hours and hours filling up with lots of good stuff, and then 2 months down the line it's all gone and we have to start again. Okay, so this one has, we click the activate button, right, okay, so this one is under settings, and we can see Updraft Plus backups here. And basically what we want to do here is we want to go to the settings, and what we want to do is we want to connect it up to one of these services, okay, so that it is backed up externally, because there's no point backing it up to your own site if someone hacks your site and deletes everything off of your server. Okay, we want to back it up somewhere else. Now, the best place I would suggest is Dropbox. Okay, sign up for a free account. If I remember, I'll put a link below for Dropbox, and then we click there, and then what we need to do is we need to just click Save Changes. Okay, it's then going to come with this link, and we need to click here, and this will take us across to Dropbox. We sign in, we click OK, we approve the authority of our website to access the Dropbox account sporadically, and then once that's done, it takes us back to our site. I'm not going to do it for this site, but once it's done, we can just go back to current status, and we can click back up now. Now, there's no point in clicking back up now because there's nothing on the site, but you can set it up to back up once a week, and then what it will do, it will send that back up to your Dropbox, and then in the event that your site does have a mistake, you can come back to Updraft Plus, click on restore, connect over to your Dropbox, and then it will pull all the information, and your website will be back up and brand new, like nothing happened to it. Okay, so let's go back to the plugins, add new, and look at the third one. Now, the third one is about SEO, and that is search engine optimization. It's all about Google, it's all about being found by the search engines. Now we're going to click install here. And this is going to give us the opportunity to, let me just activate it, change a lot of the details about the pages that are being created. Okay, so this is here on the left hand side, and basically we can go through some of the configuration wizard here, which I would recommend that you do, and it'll ask you a lot of information and to get your page and your whole website set up so that it is optimized. Now, if we go to posts and just create a new post, here it is at the top. What we're going to see is we're going to see at the bottom of our page, it's created a section on the posts which is all about the search engine optimization that wouldn't have been there before. So if I just type how the best WordPress plugins, for example, and just say I'll just copy that into the main text. Okay, we now get some information here, and this is what the Google, if my page was found through Google, this is what's going to be found. Now I can change that by clicking edit snippet, and I can change what the slug's going to be, which is that. I can change the meta description, which is that there. And at the bottom, there's an analysis, okay, of the page. There's a lot of things that make for pages that are respected more on Google, all about the amount of text and the links out to other websites. Is it spammy content? Does it have embedded videos? And there's so many different things. And here you're going to have, it comes up with recommendations to the blog post or the article that you created, changing about keywords. Are you talking about the title in the actual description? All things like that. We can change that, and we can help us by adding focus keywords here. If I just put that there, it then changes. You saw that jump at the bottom. Okay, so we're able to change different things. We've got the readability here, and it gives us more recommendations about the quality of the article that we've created. So there's a lot of good things with Yoast SEO. It's worth spending a little bit of time, and it will help you to create better content. Okay, so the next plugin is all about speed. It's all about getting your page to load as quickly as possible. Okay, now this plugin is called something like there we go. We got there in the end. Autoptimize. Okay, so make sure you spell that correctly. We're going to click install like we have done with the other ones. Once that's installed, we click the activate button. That should be activated in a brief second. We're now activated. This one again is under the settings, I believe. We go to the button there, and this is just basically going to cache some of the pages, some of the elements of the pages, HTML code, JavaScript code, CSS, that is going to slow down the page when people are trying to use. So we can just click on those three things there. We're then going to click Save Changes and Empty Cache, and that's all we're going to think about. There's no point getting bogged down in things that we do not understand. So we just make sure we've got those options selected. We move on, and the website is slightly optimized for a little bit more speed for the user. Okay, so the next thing is all about stats and analytics, and it's going to be the using Google Analytics because it's so powerful. So I think we're looking for MonsterInsights, Google Analytics for WordPress by MonsterInsights. Over 1 million people have installed that. So let's just click on the install section and see what the plugin looks like for you guys. So it's installed. We're going to click activate now. It's going to bring down another menu, I think this one. Once it's done, and there it is, Insights. So we click there. And what we need to do here is we need to authenticate it with Google. Okay, so we're going to click on the authenticate button. We're going to get the settings here, and what this is going to do is going to take us to Google. It's going to take us to our Google email account, and we're going to basically have to accept the terms and conditions for the analytics, and then it's going to come back to our site, and it's going to get working, and it's basically going to create give a statistics of what's happening with our website. Okay, so we've got demographics and people that are clicking and where they're going to and where they've come from. So you click on the report section here. I know we haven't authenticated, so we can't see anything. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You just want to set it up, and it will just work in the background, and you can go back and you can check the analytics of your traffic. Okay, which is very, very important. Okay, so they're really the essential. I'm now going to talk about a couple of cool little plugins that I like to install onto the websites as well. They're not essential, but they give you the full package. Now, the first one we're going to look at is one that helps us make really cool pages. Okay, and this one is called Elementor. Elementor Page Builder. So let's just install this. There's a pro version of this, but we can work with the free version. We're going to click activate, and we do have a page here, and we can set up some of the settings here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go across to all of our posts, and I'm going to show you basically what we've got here. Okay, so we're going to click the page, and as you can see, it's got a button here to edit with Elementor. Okay, we'll click on that, and it's going to open up this page, and it's going to show us what a page looks like on the right hand side. But what we can do now is we can drag and drop things into the page. So we've got that. We've got a YouTube video there. Okay, and then we can add the YouTube video there. It's nice and embedded. We can then add more sections, and we can see here all the different sections that we've got that we may want to add. Okay, so just say, look, we might want to add Google Maps. Amazing. So we can add Google Maps. What else are we going to look at? We can add images. We want to add a button, so we just drag a button into the section, and we can change the type of button here. We can change that. We can click where we want it. We put where we want it to go when you click on the button, for example, etc. We can add columns. So if we want multiple columns of text, dividers, images, a carousel, tabs, testimonial. There's all these cool things that realistically, these are things that only a couple of years ago people were paying big money for. I mean, big money. And a lot of people still have services that do a similar sort of thing on other platforms, and they're paying good money. They're paying good money for these sort of things. So you can see all these different icons we can change. So you can create very cool looking pages. Very simple. So we're just going to click save. And that's that. So then we go back to the main website. Let's just refresh it, see if that's taken. Hold on. Click save. View page. And there you go. So we're viewing the page, we can see it's got the video there, just this standard video. We've got the Google Maps, we've got this testimonial, the images, and you can play about with it. We've gone from really needing high level skills to create pages to basically dragging and dropping and creating something as good as some of the top designers out there, which is pretty amazing. So we just click that to go back to the dashboard, and we'll talk about the next one, the next plugin. So let's just let me just click publish to make sure that's published. Is right. Okay, so as you can see, because I edited that page in Elementor, I now can't. This would usually be an empty box of text. Okay, so if I want to change it, I need to change it. Okay, so another cool plugin that I like to use is one for sharing. Okay, it's for sharing. So some of these other Elementor has shareable buttons, I remember, but the one that I like is called MashShare. I think it's called MashShare. Social media share buttons, MashShare. These are the coolest ones. So let's just install this, and this has got two cool things about it. So we're going to click activate. So just by installing it, I believe it will have given me the sharing buttons on my profile. So there we go. So you can see these two big buttons here, Facebook and Twitter. We can change them in the settings if we just want Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But yeah, they're nice, big, bold sharing buttons that are really, really cool. Now, the next thing, one of the cool things about this is, and this is under the page. So under the post, under each individual post, we go to the page, we edit the post. Okay, we go down to the bottom, and as we said before, just say with Yoast, which is there. Okay, beneath it, we've also got a MashShare section. And what is cool about this is that we can create, if we want to, we can create specific images and upload them for specific sharing sections. So as you can see, Facebook and Google have this 1200 pixels by 630. So we upload that, so then when it gets shared, someone clicks on the share button and shares it on their Facebook, it has the exact correct dimensions, okay? Likewise with Pinterest. Now Pinterest, the images are portrait, okay? So we want to have an image which is portrait. If someone shares it onto their Pinterest board, we want to have the correct image. So we can upload it here, and we can also add some specific images, some specific text. So when they share it, the text goes with it specifically. If they share it with their Twitter, the tweet is specifically created for you. So that's something that you can play about with, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we're now moving on to the last two things, right? The last two. Now this is one that I just like. It's not for everyone, but it's the author. It's an author widget plugin. Okay, an author widget plugin, and it's called Ninja Profile Widget Ninja. Profile Widget Ninja. Okay, so we'll just click that, and this is one of the best author ones because you want to have a little bit of information about yourself on the website, okay, and because you want to really promote yourself and all these usual things. And I like the Profile Widget Ninja. And if we go to Appearance, we go to Widgets, and to activate a widget into a section of the website. So on your website, just say we go back to the home page. here on the right hand side with this theme, this basic theme, this is the widget right hand column. So it's got a number of things, categories, archives, etc. So let's just go back to the widgets, and we can add different things to the widget edit area. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab that and we're going to put that there, and we're then going to put it at the top, just so we can see it. And then we're going to click here, and then in here we can create a lot of different information here how we want, and we can write hello, and we can choose different styles, centering, different colors. Just going to put that there. I'm going to put say hello, and then the profile description, I'll just put some random text. We can obviously input an image if we want. Got one to hand at the moment. There's obviously a lot of more things. We can add links and all kinds of things. Our social sharing, if we want that, at the bottom. And then we just click save. Click save. Let's go back to the website. It's this one here, wasn't it? We're going to refresh the page. And as you can see, it's created a very basic little widget there, a very basic little widget. But if we go across to my other page, moneyisinTheList.com, which I spoke about at the beginning of the video, you're going to see here that on the right hand side, I've got my author profile there with a little description about me, links to my Instagram, etc, etc. Okay, so that's pretty basic, okay, but it's something I quite like, and I think it adds a bit of character in your website. So the last one, which is something that you're gonna want to add to your website, is a contact form. So we'll just go through this very quickly. This video's gone on for a few minutes, so let's just quickly type in contact form 7, and we'll install it onto this website here. See this little volcano. We'll click install. It's one of the most popular plugins going. I'm going to click activate. Very basic. There's a lot of other plugins that will interact with it to make your forms look all nice and beautiful. But that's going to create this one here where it's contact with the envelope there. We're going to click on that, and we now have the opportunity to create plugins here. So for instance, I can create, I can just click add new. And then I can add these different things here. What I recommend is adding the reCAPTCHA. reCAPTCHA is from Google, and it allows you to have the tick. So here, so I'm not a robot. Really cool little extra function there. But you have to sign up with your Gmail account and get some 2 keys and put them into the settings by clicking on integration here. Get your integration here. You click the configure keys. You go to this website, google.com/reCAPTCHA. Get the keys from signing in, then paste them into here, and it will set it up. Then once you have created your form, to get your form anywhere on your website, you need to use what's called short codes, and the short codes will be when you go to the main page and you've got your contact forms, your short code is here. You need to copy all of that, including the brackets, You copy that, and whether you're going to paste that in a post, or we can go back to the widgets. Go back to the widgets, and you can create a small little widget. So you can find the one called text here, grab that, drag that into your sidebar, and then just paste that shortcode, including the brackets, in there. Click save. Make sure that's saved. Then you can obviously go back to your website, refresh it, and it should have the form above it. Let's put it below. Put it below for some reason, but as you can see, it's in there: name, email, subject, message, etc. And if you connect it up to the reCAPTCHA, you have the reCAPTCHA. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed this video on essential plugins to create, make your website faster, secure, how to create fantastic websites, and all the essential plugins you need for any WordPress website. Okay, got any comments, hit me up in the comments section. Remember to jump across to moneysinthelist.com and make a suggestion of a video that you'd like to see me create. Have a great day. I've been Lee.